In this video, we're going to talk about using the table of contents approach to finding cases. Now, there's actually three ways we're going to use the table of contents. First, we're going to use the case headnotes to get into the table of contents. Then we're going to use the topic analysis, and then we're going to use the search feature that's part of the topic analysis. So let's start with using headnotes. So here we are back at our favorite case, International Shoe. Now remember, if you want to open the headnotes, you have to click this change view button right here. So let's do that. Now, when you have a big case, you often have more than just one headnote you need to look at, but we're just going to look at the headnote number 4 here. I have opened up the table of contents to the constitutional law topic. The topic of this headnote is constitutional law, and on the right, you can see the hierarchy of that topic. So it's Chapter 7 of the constitutional law topic, due process. It's subchapter E, civil actions and proceedings, and then on down through several subheadings until we get to the very bottom is the actual key number, 3965 sub 3, business organizations and corporations in general. Now you've identified this key number as the one you want to look at. So if you click on it, it will take you to a list of other cases from the selected database that has your topic and key number among the headnotes. So here you can see I have done that, and it's giving me a list of 25, up here's the number, 25 U.S. Supreme Court cases that have this topic and key number in the headnotes. You're wondering how I know what database it is, and that's because it tells me right here where it says jurisdiction, United States Supreme Court. But what if you want to see cases from another jurisdiction? Just click change, and you'll have an opportunity to change it. Here you can see I've unclicked Supreme Court and clicked Ninth Circuit. Now I will only get Ninth Circuit. I could click more than one jurisdiction. It would show me cases from all of them. Now I want you to look up here. This is called breadcrumbs, and it sets out a trail of the entire table of contents for the constitutional law topic. You can go up and down within the table of contents and access it directly by clicking any of these. Now I'm just going to go up one level. The very last thing listed is the immediate preceding level, particular parties or circumstances. So if I click on that, it'll take me back one level in the actual table of contents and show me a list of other key numbers that are about different types of parties and circumstances other than just businesses. So here you can see an actual piece of the table of contents, and you could pick a different key number that would show you different kinds of, which would then give you another list of cases involving different parties. What we've been doing so far is combining the I already have a citation approach with the table of contents approach. So if you've already had a case, you could go to the case, look at the headnotes, and access the table of contents that way. Now we'll move on to accessing the table of contents directly because you don't already have a case. If you haven't already watched the videos on using the print key number system and digest, this would probably be a good time to go back and do that, or do it to refresh your memory. I'm going to start by going back to the main Westlaw page, and here you can see topics and key numbers. I'm going to click on that. Now when I click on the key number system, it takes me to the list of topics. This should look familiar to you because we looked at it during the print materials. So it's an alphabetical list of the topics that West has divided all of case law into. The numbers to the left are not key numbers. Those are actually topic numbers. So for example, the computer, which thinks in numbers, does not think of abandoned and lost property. It thinks of topic number 1. Now what you would do is you would look through these topics until you found one or more that seemed to apply to your situation. The better you get to know the key number system, the faster you'll be able to find the right topics. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit here because I already know the topic and key number that I'm eventually going to want to reach, and so I'm going to go directly to it. In real life, you may have to hunt around for a little while. So we want to go to the constitutional law topic. So I'm going to scroll down to the constitutional law topic and click on that. And when I do, it will open up and show me all the subtopics along with the either further divisions or the actual key numbers under each subtopic. Anywhere you see the little box to the left that has either a minus or a plus in it, it can be clicked and either opened further or closed. So I'm scrolling through here looking for a chapter under constitutional law that my issue might appear in. And eventually I get down to the next to the last chapter, which is due process. And I can look under there and I see that it is further divided, and there's a section called civil actions and proceedings. So I'm going to click on that. Now I've opened that part of the topic and I'm going to scroll down, and you'll see how there's quite a few key numbers here, and there's jurisdiction and venue. Now let me demonstrate how to open and close those. You see I clicked the negative and that closed that one. I clicked the negative, it closed jurisdiction. And if I click the positive now, it reopens it. There's a list of key numbers under jurisdiction and venue, and more than one may apply, so you probably are going to want to check at least the first three there. But I know from having already looked at the international shoe case that it's the fourth one, particular parties or circumstances I'm interested in. So I'm going to click on that. And so it takes me to a list of cases that have this topic and key number in at least one of their headnotes. Now this is a static picture, I can't scroll down, but if I could, it would take you to, it's a list of cases, one after another, with a brief description of the cases. And so you can look through them for cases that look relevant to what you're researching. Now, finally, we want to see how to use the search feature that comes along as part of the table of contents. To do that, we go back to the list of topics. This box at the top of the page is the search feature. Now it's important to understand that you're not searching cases here. What you're searching are the topics and key numbers. Now this is currently set for the Ninth Circuit, but you see that you can change that. Before we go any further, I want to click on that little eye and show you some more information about this search feature. This is the information box for the search feature. Let me read you the first two sentences. Search here to retrieve links to the most relevant points of law represented by your search terms. Boolean queries will be translated to plain language search terms. Now, you may remember we covered Boolean queries just a little bit in the videos about using Westlaw to search for statutes. We will be covering it more in the next batch of videos because that's when we'll be covering doing word searches for cases. Here you don't even need to worry about it because if you happen to type a Boolean search, Westlaw just converts it to a plain language search. If you want to use a Boolean search, you have to use the regular search box at the very top of the page. Here I've entered a very simple search trying to find the cases we're looking for, which are cases about the personal jurisdiction over corporations. It's best to keep your search very simple. Here's the results of that search. It found 3 different topics that have key numbers that might apply. I can eliminate the second one, corporations and business organizations, because we're not interested in jurisdiction over shareholders, etc. There's a couple under federal courts I might take a look at, the first 2 in particular. Down at the bottom, you'll see the constitutional law topic, and you can see 2 key numbers that should look pretty familiar, especially the first one. And if I click on that first one, you'll be taken to a list that looks pretty familiar. And there you have the key number system. Now it's not especially easy, It takes practice, and the more you use it, the more familiar you will become with it, and the easier it will get to use. The best part is the key number system connects everything.